Imagine waking up one morning, and every news channel is screaming the same headline: gasoline has been banned worldwide. Gas stations are empty, cars are stranded, and the fuel that powered modern civilization for over a century is suddenly history. What would happen to our lives, our economies, and our planet? Let's step into a world where gasoline disappears overnight. The first impact hits transportation. Think about it. Over 1.4 billion cars worldwide that run on gasoline stop working instantly. Highways turn silent, office commutes vanish, and airplanes, powered by jet fuel, are grounded. Cargo ships, which move 90% of global trade, can't operate. The entire global supply chain collapses. That cereal you eat for breakfast, grown on the other side of the world? It never reaches your table. In just a single day, global mobility freezes. But the shock doesn't stop there. Gasoline isn't just a fuel, it's a trillion-dollar industry. Oil-exporting nations like Saudi Arabia, Russia, and Iraq see their economies spiral into crisis. Stock markets crash, millions of jobs vanish overnight. Gas stations, auto workshops, trucking companies, all shut down. And ordinary people? They panic. Prices of everyday goods skyrocket, not because the items are rare, but because moving them has become nearly impossible. Unemployment rises, poverty deepens, and governments around the world scramble to find emergency solutions. With gasoline gone, humanity is forced into the fastest energy transition in history. Electric vehicles, EVs, demand explodes, but charging infrastructure isn't ready to handle billions of vehicles. Hydrogen fuel cells. Suddenly, they look promising. But scaling up takes time, and time is what the world doesn't have. Biofuels. Farms start growing crops for fuel instead of food, triggering a global food crisis. Air travel faces the harshest reality. Airlines experiment with synthetic fuels and hydrogen-powered aircraft, but ticket prices skyrocket. Flying becomes a luxury for the ultra-rich. Daily life changes in ways most people never imagined. In cities, bicycles, e-scooters, and public transit replace personal cars. But in rural areas, where electric infrastructure is weak, people are stranded. Tourism collapses, cross-country travel becomes rare, people live more locally, working and trading within their own communities. And something interesting happens. Neighborhoods grow closer. Local farmers' markets thrive, communities become self-reliant. But while humans struggle, the planet breathes a sigh of relief. Within months, air pollution plummets. Smog-filled cities like Delhi, Beijing, and Los Angeles see clear skies for the first time in decades. Carbon emissions drop sharply, climate change slows down, wildlife begins to recover, ecosystems start to heal. For the first time in modern history, Earth feels like it's winning. Fast forward a few years, and humanity adapts. Cars are almost entirely electric. Renewable energy, solar, wind, hydro, dominates the grid. Rail networks modernize, even airships make a comeback, powered by hydrogen and electricity. A post-gasoline economy emerges. And people realize that while the transition was painful, life without gasoline is not only possible, it might actually be better. But here's the real question: would the world ever willingly ban gasoline? In reality, it won't happen overnight. Governments are gradually transitioning toward electric vehicles and renewable energy. But if gasoline were banned suddenly, chaos would erupt first, followed by a cleaner, more sustainable world. Gasoline gave humanity speed, comfort, and convenience throughout the 20th century. But it came at a price: pollution, dependence, and a climate crisis. If one day gasoline truly became history, humans would struggle. But for planet Earth, it would be the greatest victory of all. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more, and hit the bell so you're always in the driver's seat. See you in the next video.